Yeah, I mean, he's obviously a guy that has a lot of speed. Maurice being down, we need guys to step up. I think him and Jared had a really big game for us tonight. Some really big-time catches. Obviously, the post ball to him that he finished with his legs and scoring. Obviously, is a huge play. That's what we've been missing all year. Kind of a guy catching and taking it to the house. So, really proud of him. He did a great job.
You've been lobbing for those deep balls the last few weeks.
No, I mean it's something that you can't press. I think if you press, that's when you get in trouble with it. This week we kind of liked what we saw on film. Having opportunities to throw the post ball over the top. Really just took advantage of it and whipped out it up great tonight.
You a big McGregor guy?
Yeah, I am.
What's more satisfying? It's great to throw a 72-yard bomb, but you had a couple of 6-7 minute drives there, 14 plays that are probably more important.
Yeah, I mean those are, and I think the big thing was that we finished those drives. We put it in the end zone, something that we haven't done in previous weeks, and we really stressed that this week of getting in the end zone and finishing drives. There was times when Kess had to go out there, but that's kind of it. We're playing a good defense. Those guys are tough on the other side too. So, but really happy that we got in the end zone on some of those really long drives.
Back to that overtime play, I think it was 3rd and long, and you hit Tayseer for a big first time. Kind of walk us through that play. I mean, that was probably one of the bigger plays of the whole game.
Yeah, a play that we've repped a lot this week that we thought we'd have, and it was Tayseer coming across. And, I saw the corner sitting outside, so I wanted to make sure I threaded it back, on his back hip so he didn't get, laid out by that guy. And when I threw it and let it go and saw where he was at, I didn't know if he was going to get the first or not. And I think he did a great job of fighting for the first down. So, obviously, that was the biggest play in the overtime, I think.
You guys have played close games every week. How do you be able to keep your poise out there with your heart beating like that?
I mean, my heart's beating when I'm on the bench watching the defense. When I'm out there, it's kind of like you lock back in, and I'm real calm, and all the guys focus on their job. So, I hate watching. I'd rather be playing, obviously, the whole time.
How do you remain calm, though, when you're playing?
Just experience, and you're just playing football. At the end of the day, it got real chippy, and that's when the competitor in me comes out, and I think it comes out in the rest of the team. And there was just one goal in mind when we were out there, so there's really no nerves.
Shockey told us he was sitting there that the night like tonight kind of helps put things in perspective, and going forward, you next year and Whipple and then everything kind of moving in that direction. Can you kind of feel that?
I'm really not thinking about that. I mean, we're so focused on the season. We have all of our goals still in front of us. I haven't really thought about it. Just really happy that we got the win tonight, honestly.
Okay, were those two touchdowns the same play?
No, they're different plays. Kind of similar design, but two different plays.
It's your option, right? Is it your option on both?
Yeah. Yep.
Shockey said on that touchdown pass he told you he was going to get over. Beat the guy?
Yeah. I mean, we have conversations on the bench and stuff, and I'll tell him, what Coach Whip's thinking. And, I knew that play was coming, so I always tell him, get on your horse for this one because I'll put it out there for you. And he did a really good job of, beating the guy, getting behind him. And really, I just laid it up, and, he did the rest.
Kenny, Coach Whip, or Morrissey told us Coach Whipple tells you guys one play at a time, and you got to forget the one. Is that a tough mentality to have to kind of wipe it clean?
I don't think so. I think it's something that he's done a great job of kind of instilling in us since spring ball, and it's something that I think the whole offense has taken to heart. And I think we've done a really good job of putting things behind us and just keep pressing on and keep moving forward. That's a huge credit to Coach Whipple and what he's brought here.
How long does it take to kind of recognize what you and Shockey when you guys go to the sidelines? I mean, how many plays do you see North Carolina line up where you kind of figure this out?
I mean, it only takes one. If you get a certain set, a certain formation, and you see how they play it, most likely if you come back out in that set, you'll kind of get the same look. If they did a good job and stopped you the first time, they're going to come back out, and it's kind of a chess game. We make the first move, and then they got to adjust. So when we hit that big one, obviously we came out in the second half. They showed some different things, but I think we did a great job of adjusting and keep pushing forward.
Is this the most deep balls you've thrown all season?
Yeah, probably. I mean, it just looking at the game and what we've done in previous weeks, I think this week we stretched the field pretty good.
That just comes from what you saw.
What we saw the defense was giving up. What we thought personnel-wise, I think we thought we had really good matchups. All week, watching the film and dissecting it and seeing what their personnel was like. We thought we'd have shots down the field.
You have 7 wins now. Does it feel good to win with a short game and a deep game, plus a running game with 2 touchdowns?
Yeah, I mean, this isn't just a personal feeling. I mean, this is for overall the team, and that's a gutsy performance by everybody, and just really happy that we came out to win.
I know that every game's the same, but I mean, did it feel good to finally beat North Carolina?
Yeah. I mean, it was a personal game. We made it personal this week. Like you said, I mean, a lot of those guys, have never lost a pit on that team, some ever. So it was a really good feeling to get that win.
Kenny, on that touchdown, the last number of time, are you reading like the end and that's the decision?
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, I was looking at it. I watched it on film again, but I feel like I should have gave it, but it kind of worked out in our favor. When Coach Whip calls that play, he wants the ball in my hands and give me a chance at the goal line there. So Edge did a good job carrying out his fake and holding the inside linebackers, and we just finished in the end zone. It was a really good feeling for the O-line. I know they take a lot of pride in running the ball and getting the ball in the end zone that way.
But you want the ball in your hands too, though, right? I mean,
absolutely, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I actually came to the sideline that play, and I told him I wanted a different play, and I was telling him, I was like, I'm just going to keep it because judging by the way they're playing, I feel like it's going to be one-on-one. I can make a guy miss and score. So he actually gave a play that we haven't run in a long time, a look that they haven't seen. So it was a great call and a great job up front.
Is that McGregor thing going to be in every touchdown thing for you?
No, I don't even know. I mean, I kind of blacked out. Who knows why I did? I don't know. Just kind of hit it. Probably won't see it again though.
What's your thoughts on how their quarterback, the way he played?
I don't really pay attention too much, but I know he's a good player because I'm watching film on other defenses. Obviously, you see offenses and you see how they attack certain defenses and what they do well. But he's a solid player, young kid. He's got a bright future.